If you are a beer drinker, you must be familiar with Heineken beer. In this video, I will take you to see Heineken Experience in Amsterdam.
When you drink beer, right? Then you're a beer expert.
I'm looking at this beer and I see it's a particular colour. What colour is this beer, everyone?
Gold.
Welcome to Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a city and port for Western Netherlands. It's also the home of commercial and financial center for Netherlands. It's known for its historical attractions and great art. The city is over 700 years old and is known for its canals. It has become a city of freedom and tolerance in the modern age. There are so many things to do. The central train station, which allows transportation to the city, Dam Square, the canal boat ride, the famous Heineken Museum,
1, 2, 3.
Rose.
Everyone, you want
the Red Light District, and of course the famous Rijksmuseum, which has Rembrandt's The Night Watch, and of course the local food. We would not miss this. Good morning, welcome to the channel. We are in Amsterdam and this is part of our tour. We decided today to try the Heineken Experience. Oh, a lot of honking. Heineken comes from this area, it comes from the Netherlands. So we're actually gonna try it and see what it's like. So you have to book your tickets in advance. We got here a little early, so we're gonna see if they can take us. It's rainy, it's a little overcast, but hey, this is what Amsterdam is like. So we're on our way to the Heineken Experience. Let's go. Where we will be visiting today is the original Heineken brewery. However, it closed in 1988 and has moved to the outskirts of Amsterdam, where they brew the beer today. This building today is now used as the corporate offices of Heineken and has also been transformed into a museum. They call this the Heineken Experience. At this place, visitors can learn about how beer is made, the history of Heineken beer, and how it's also bottled for this worldwide famous beer. Let's check it out. The Heineken Experience, we just walked in, we had a 1 o'clock and I would say book online. They do recommend that you do that. They do have an area where you can check in called a cloakroom. You can check in bags or coats, but when I asked the guy, he said it's optional. You don't have to, so you can go in with your stuff. And we're waiting in line to let us in, and we're gonna see what this is like. I think they give you a beer too when you're there too, but we're gonna check this out.
Beer.
Heineken.
Beer.
Beer.
Heineken.
Pretty good, alrighty.
We are now starting the Heineken tour.
It was way smaller, so this whole area was empty. It was the perfect place for a new brewery. The ingredients would come by boat, and then they would be pumped up to the roof, like you see over here, into one of the silos where we would store the ingredients. So if you look up, you can still see that the silos are here. They are now incorporated into the tours. And it was actually not from Heineken. It was from an agent. So in the beginning, Heineken would sell the beer in barrels to the agents. The agents would do the bottling. they would always put their name on the bottle. So after, if you want to check it out, there's a little name over here. It says bottle by and the name of the agent. So people knew who they got the beer from. They could go back and get more beer. Machines ever in the world. So they would get barrels, put it over here, beer would come through. They could open this, put a bottle, close it, open this thing, and the beer would go inside the bottle after they just needed to put a cap. And enjoy the rest of the tour.
The origin of Heineken, it was founded in 1864 by Gerard Heineken, who was only 22 years old. Today, Heineken owns 165 breweries in 70 countries and employs 8,500 people. Heineken is also the #1 brewer in Europe and the largest brewer in the world. This is the history behind the Red Star logo. The Red Star logo on the beer bottle changed during the Cold War. It was seen as a symbol of communism and red representing the USSR and the Soviets during the Cold War era. They changed it from red to white. However, in 1991, when the Cold War was coming to an end, Heineken changed from white back to the original Red Star logo.
Ingredients and the process of making beer. Do I have beer experts today? But you drink beer, right? Then you are beer experts. We're gonna start with water. Can you guys guess what's the percentage of water in our beer? 95. Yes, bingo. You're a beer expert. 95%. Do you know why? Yes, exactly. You deserve
very
another
light.
beer when you go to the bar. Tell my colleagues that Valentina said another beer. So, yes, because the other 5% is alcohol. So the percentage of water will always depend on the percentage of alcohol in your beer. We are going to purify the water to take out all the bacteria, and after that we add the second ingredient, that is barley. Barley is a cereal. We are going to soak the seeds into the water, and when they are about to sprout, we take them out to start roasting them with hot air. Any ideas why do we need to roast our barley with hot air? What can it be for? For kill the bacteria, we did that with the water. We do that for the color. We slightly roast our barley, and that's why we say that our beer is golden. But if you're drinking another beer, as Guinness for example, that is darker, it means that they roasted the seeds for longer, and this will also affect the flavor. Now the second step with the barley is to crush it to obtain these white small pieces that you can see in this bowl. That's the sugar inside the seeds.
Oh,
we call them starch.
with sugar.
Yes, but this is natural sugar.
Oh, okay.
We are going to mix this with water, and what we obtain is the wort, a sugary liquid that we need to heat up for the last part of the process. When the wort is ready, we get rid of the seeds and we add the third ingredient, that is hops. Hops is a plant that, as you can see in that picture, can grow around 10 meters tall, but we use a small part of it that is the female fertilized flower of the plant that contains lupulin or lupulo. I know that this is quite similar to another plant that is legal in Amsterdam. This is hops, and it smells really bad, so be careful. This is helpful for us for 3 reasons. First of all, because it gives a bitter flavor to our beer. It also helps with the thickness of the foam layer.
Smell it, babe.
And acts as a natural preservative, so we don't need to add anything
Smell like
artificial.
sock.
Yeah. A yeast that is a special yeast that has been with us for more than 100 years. It's our secret ingredient, so secret that just 10 people in the world know about this, and of course I'm not one of those. This will act as a Pac-Man, eating the sugars that we saw before and transforming this into the fun, that is, alcohol and bubbles. After 7 days of fermentation, we take out the egg yeast, and the lagering process starts for 21 days until your beer is ready. So if you do the maths, 21 and 7, in 28 days, you have the perfect beer for you to drink. Nice, right?
So this is a pretty interesting experience. We're actually in the Heineken Experience, and it shows the whole brewing process of using yeast, hops, and water and barley to make beer. And the processing has to do with mashing, laundering, boiling, cooling, fermenting, lagering, and end with filtering. And then the end result is beer.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the Brewing ride.
Je iets harder praten, ik versta het bijna.
Ja, ik hoor mij. Sorry. Alright guys, welcome to the Brewing ride. So here we're going to go into 3 different rooms. In the first one, you're going to get brewed into a beer. You're going to get dropped in our copper kettles. In the second room, you are going to be bottled and go down our bottling line. And in the third room, we are going to ship you all over the world to some Heineken sponsored events, such as Formula 1, Champions League, Rock in Rio, anywhere that you can find a Heineken beer, that is where you guys are going to go.
We heat it up to create a sugary liquid called wort. Hops are added for the bitter flavor. immune to carbon dioxide, alcohol, and a fruity flavor. You have been transformed into a fresh Heineken beer, and now you are ready to be bottled. Good luck.
I don't really mind as long as you get your beer, but once you have your beer, don't down it all straight away, you lot. Come round to the beer, please get a wow. Can I get a proper one now?
Wow.
Can I rest of my life? I don't think so. Alright, it's a free-set tasting program that we taste using almost all of our senses. I'm looking at this beer and I see it's a particular colour. What colour is this beer, everyone?
Gold.
That is right, you little champions. And why? Because we're all winners. We're all brilliant. Why really? We roast our barley a little bit. Now, invite your beer in closely and give it a sniff. What are you smelling? Is it good times? Is it regrets? Is it sunsets? Is it all of the above? Or is it the slight fruity aroma that's been left behind by the Heineken A yeast? Yes, I think that is it indeed. You see, some experts say that our beer smells like bananas. I don't smell the bananas myself personally, however I'm not a beer aroma expert. I'm a beer drinking expert. Anyway, this foam layer on top, contrary to popular belief, it's not there to steal the rest of your money. I know, I found it terribly hard to believe. I am English after all. It is actually a protective layer. It stops your bubbles from escaping and it keeps your beer nice and fresh. So do we want to drink our protection, everyone? No, we're going to drink together, but because we're in the Netherlands, we are going to say proost, because that is the equivalent of cheers over here. It's like roast, but it's got a P in front. So on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Rose.
Have a big sip, swish it around your mouth. You're now a professional Heineken drinker. Doesn't it feel amazing? Isn't it like Christmas too? Everyone, if you want to follow me down this end of the room.
In this section is a place for visitors to personalize a beer bottle. However, there is an extra charge for this. In this section, you can do a photo booth, karaoke stage, and many more fun activities. This is the last stop that everyone is waiting for to finally drink beer. It has kind of a discotheque atmosphere too, kind of like a nightclub.
So they have two types of beers that you can get. You can get the regular Heineken beer, or you can get what they call Star. I've never had a Star Heineken beer. They say it's a little fruitier. It has a little red star. So let's try this. Oh, very light beer. Yeah, it's almost like a light beer. No bite at all. Very fizzly, but really nice light beer. Because they're not American. Silver. Pretty cool. Okay, so when you come in, and the end of the experience, you're in like a room. It's almost like a nightclub. And they give you a choice of what kind of beer you want. You can have a Silver Star, which is this, or you can get the regular Heineken. So I've never had Silver Star. What they do is they give you this coaster when you come in, and they have a little tab that you pop out, and then you cash that in for your beer. However, I wanted to try a regular as well. So what they did was they tore mine in half. So I get to cash this one in for a regular beer. So technically you get 3 beers going in. That's a lot of beer. Pretty much the price of the beer really pays for the ticket. So I really recommend the Heineken Experience if you're coming to Amsterdam. It's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, cheers.
So this is the souvenir store. You can get all sorts of Heineken stuff. And I think what they do is they get you really drunk, so you're going to buy a lot. That's my feeling. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I think.
But it's a good beer.
It's good beer, yeah. It's pretty good.
Lovely.
This is the end of our Heineken Experience Tour. I hope you enjoyed the video. In our next video, we will explore the Rijksmuseum eat more food, as well as visiting the Red Light District, a special place for adults only. You don't want to miss this. And again, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now from Amsterdam, Netherlands.